What's this camera doing in my ass? Hey guys, it's MunchingOrange. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love Pokemon.
What is up, everyone? Muncho here, back with another episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. After last time, we captured the legendary Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave, and today we're actually going to be taking on some optional battles here in the post-game. But before we get to it, I wanted to show off a special interaction that happens with Mewtwo, and a lot of you guys seem to mention it in the comments, but because I wanted to be a show-off and not catch Mewtwo with the Master Ball, we actually missed out on a really special cutscene, and I was flipping, man. When he slapped that Pokeball away, I literally thought they were trolling. Like, they were trying to say not to use the Master Ball because Mewtwo is too good for it or something, but then it comes right back and actually catches him. The ultimate bamboozle there, and I just thought that was so cool that I had to show it off, and a little upset that I didn't do it in the previous episode now, but there's actually quite a lot of battles that you can do once you've beaten the game, such as the Gym Leader rematches, Elite Four rematches, but there's some that aren't really as obvious, and so today we're flying on our Petrie here, the Aerodactyl, because nearby I believe there's a special encounter we can have with none other than Team Rocket. So after we beat the game, we of course got the ability to fly high in the sky on our Aerodactyl or Charizard, and also a very elusive dragon Pokemon. In fact, it's the only dragon Pokemon in Kanto, so today we're going to be going after that. And in preparation for this episode, I actually got a catch combo with 31 going, just so we can get those rare Pokemon to spawn a bit easier. And we're going to head off to the Pokemon Road, where we can knock two birds with one stone. Not only can we catch that flying Pokemon here, but as I mentioned, there is a special battle that we can do here with Team Rocket. So let's just keep flying around here. You may notice our friends Jesse and James over there. But before we take them on, I do want to catch us a Dragonite. So, oh no, it seems we flew too close to the sun. And I was just minding my own business, flying around looking for a Dragonite, when suddenly Team Rocket seems to have some unfinished business with us. The boss is missing. Ugh, what's going to happen to Team Rocket? Ah, don't be such a wimp. This is the boss we're talking about. He's hiding himself for now, but he must be preparing for the next scheme. Yeah, of course. Then let's steal Pokemon all over the world to help the boss. Meow, that's right. Not if we have something to say about it. Ah, it's that annoying twerp again. Why are you eavesdropping on us? Those who are in Team Rocket's way won't get away unscathed. Whoa, we actually have a surprise final battle with Team Rocket's very own Jesse and James. And you can never forget Meowth either. He doesn't really have a fighting role in these games, but I do love the inclusion of these characters as an anime throwback / reference, of course. They were always my favorite Team Rocket members of all time. I'm pretty sure almost everyone can safely say that. Though I guess Giovanni's pretty cool too, but of course they've got their signature Weezing and Arbok as well, so we're gonna go for the Psychic on that, and of course it's gonna get destroyed because Poison-type Pokemon are not really too great against Psychic. The Weezing, though, is probably going to be a little bit tougher to take down just because it's naturally a lot tankier, and even though Frank's Crunch is really powerful, Weezing is harder than a Jawbreaker out here. Would probably even break Frank's jaw, or I wouldn't be surprised. He's got some pretty menacing teeth of his own, too, but this time around we should be able to finish it off no problem with the Psychic. And I gotta say, I would have liked to see Meowth at least make an appearance in this battle, like, even if it didn't put up much of a fight, because it's Meowth. I don't know, it would have been cool to at least see him come out here and try to give it his best. Or actually, that would have been kind of mean. Like, Jesse and James don't even send him out, because they know it's just cruelty at this point. Especially since Meowth can talk, like, it would definitely tell them. I'm sure they've heard some messed up stories from him, but how did it end up like this? It's not fair that you always win. Well, maybe if you guys had some stronger Pokemon. But that is the story of Team Rocket at the end of the day. You're just a twerp. Why are you so strong? Is it because of that Eevee? You can probably go all out because you're with that Pokemon. With that Eevee, we may be able to conquer the world. Hey, do you want to join Team Rocket? Well, now that you mention it, Okay, fine. We're enemies after all. But if you do change your mind, come back anytime. I'll give you this. I made it myself. And we get the Blast Off set, which I hope is actually Team Rocket's outfit, like the one they're actually wearing. Or, well, not literally theirs, because it'd be messed up to steal their clothes, but what's this? Why do I feel so refreshed? You've been such a troublesome little twerp, and yet... It's great to have times like this for a change once in a while, isn't it? You might be right. We feel great! And they're not blasting off again this time. They're just running away, I guess. Meow, that's right. Okay, that's gotta be a reference to it. And we even get the "that's all folks" kind of circle closing in there. But what an awesome send-off to two of my favorite characters in the entire Pokemon franchise. Like, I'm talking games, anime, books, anything basically Pokemon related. Team Rocket have always been some of my favorite characters. Even though you could see them as just comedic relief, I don't know, they just fit so well in the world of Pokemon. And the fact that they never give up, despite knowing that at this point they will never steal Ash's Pikachu, or our Eevee in this case, they keep persisting. But not this time, they actually felt good for once to just have a wholesome moment and not blast off, even though we did kind of blast them in the battle. But I wasn't actually just flying around Pokemon Road for no reason. I've actually got a chain of 31 going right now and sprayed a max lure, and as you can see, a whole bunch of Pokemon are popping up, and I'm kind of just hoping for a Dragonite. But if a shiny Pokemon was to appear, let's just say I wouldn't be opposed to catching that as well. But I'm looking for a very special type of Dragonite. It could be a shiny, could be a huge variant. I think I would rather get the huge one. And there it is! Oh my gosh, just as I was talking about it, that's so crazy. But I don't know why, I feel like I gotta hold out for the shiny now. You know what? No, I can't do this. Let's go for it. One of the last Pokemon that we need to fill up our Pokedex, Dragonite, has appeared. And it is, of course, the huge variant as well, so I'm expecting it to be pretty dang powerful. Let's go for a Raspberry on it. And we probably want to use something better than an Ultra Ball, or I mean a Pokeball as well. So let's whip out that Ultra, and totally miss because of course it's me throwing it. There we go, get a great capture, and maybe we'll even get lucky enough to catch it on the first try. Yeah, we do. I don't even know how I called that, but we did it. We've caught Dragonite, the only dragon Pokemon in the Kanto Dex, at least back in the original games. I think they wanted Gyarados to be a dragon as well, but it ended up being water flying for some reason that I'm forgetting. But Dragonite will be added to the Dex, literally the dragon Pokemon. It is said that this Pokemon lives somewhere in the sea and that it flies. However, these are only rumors, but I don't see why they're only rumors, because we can clearly see that it flies, judging by how it's one of the only Pokemon you can catch flying in the sky. And whoa, there's a Pidgeot here as well. You know what? Let's just keep catching some of these guys. What? That Charizard totally trolled me, man. It flew away right as we went for it, but whatever. Let's at least go for the Pidgeot here. And while we're here, let's check out Dragonite in action, in the sky that is. Dasani, you gotta sit out for a little bit because it is time to fly on the back of Dragonite. That's so weird how we kind of hop back down to the ground for a second. It's also throwing me off a little bit how we actually fly on Dragonite. It seems like its wings would not be able to hold up that much weight, but clearly Dragonite is a magical dragon. It's good, it can keep us afloat, and that's all that matters. Let's keep flying around on this dude, and look at that animation, man. It actually looks really nice when you're actually flying, but I feel like when you stand still on him, or I guess fly still, it looks a little bit weird. What am I saying? It actually looks so cool, and I love that they have this feature in the game. Like, you can fly all over almost any town, over all the buildings and fences and stuff, and it is kind of annoying sometimes that you can't go through, like, gates or over them, but, I mean, the fact that you can do this in the game is amazing, so no complaints here, man. Since we're in Celadon City though, let's take a moment to fill up a little bit more of the Pokedex, and it's finally time to take care of the Pokemon that's been with us throughout this entire journey. That's right, it's time to get us some evolutions. Now, of course, in the Kanto region, there are only 3 evolutions available: Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, and the only way to get them is actually through the evolutionary stones. So if you don't have any of those, make sure to head down to the Celadon department store where you can purchase pretty much every evolution stone you might need in this game. As far as the evolutions go, you can definitely pick up the Thunder, Water, or Fire stone that you need, and now it's time for something glorious. And we're going to be starting off with the electric evolution, Jolteon, registered in the Dex. The lightning Pokemon is sensitive and easily becomes sad or angry. Every time its mood changes, it charges power. So don't piss off Jolteon, you might end up with some shocking results. And speaking of shockers, it is going to be learning Thunder Shock upon evolution. So moving on to the water type evolution, Vaporeon. As the bubble jet Pokemon, its cell structure is similar to water molecules. It melts into the water and becomes invisible. Never actually knew that. I guess Sobble took some inspiration from Vaporeon, who by the way learns Water Gun upon evolving. And last but certainly not least, my personal favorite out of the original 3 evolutions, Flareon is going to be evolving. It has a flame chamber inside its body. It inhales and then breathes out fire that is over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot. Yes, that was a Will Smith reference. And by the way, you get Ember, which feels a little bit underwhelming, I guess. Let's head to Vermilion City though, because I heard there's actually a special battle over here as well. If we head down over to the docks, I wonder how far we can actually fly. It looks like we can just go... Okay, never mind. But you may have noticed a special trainer that we kind of flew over there, and it is none other than Mina, the fairy type master, and I believe we can actually take her on in a rematch now that we beat the game. We defeated her back then, but this time I'm expecting her to be a little bit tougher, so let's actually swap up our team a little bit, since I don't think Dragonite will be doing too much against the fairy types. I think we should lead off with Frank, considering he's our resident poison types, and fairies do not like that at all. But how about it, Cantonian trainer? Want to try battling my fairy type Pokemon? Yes, we do. Then here I go. You're gonna learn how great fairy type Pokemon can be. They really didn't do much last time, and even though there weren't any fairy type Pokemon in the original Kanto, now that we got, you know, Pokemon X and Y and Alola, which is actually where Mina comes from, we do have fairy types around, and she's gonna start with Mr. Mime. I don't think there's actually anything other than Wigglytuff and Clefable. Maybe I'm missing one or not thinking of one. I guess there's of course Alola Ninetales, but I don't think she's gonna surprise us with one of those, so I guess we'll find out as Mr. Mime takes the poison jab to the face. Not quite gonna finish it off. And actually it was neutral effective. I mean, it's definitely a fairy type, so is Mr. Mime... I don't know why it didn't hit it for super effective damage. Wait, maybe it did and I'm just tripping, because that time it was super effective for sure. As it tumbles down into despair, Mr. Mime just cannot handle the loss, man. Ever since Detective Pikachu, I've had a newfound love for Mr. Mime too. Like, I didn't think of that much of the Pokemon before, but hey, she actually is going to surprise us with the Alolan Ninetales here, which begs the question what her final Pokemon may be, because it might actually be another twist and not Clefable or Wigglytuff at all. But for now, we got her own Ice Fabi out here. Let's hit that poison jab. And really, she's not anything too crazy so far. I just noticed it's level 55 too, so we're definitely a bit overtrained at this point. But I don't know, we're gonna need the levels for the master trainers, I've realized. Those are actually the real challenge of this game, and I don't really like them all that much, like the feature itself of master trainers, but it is cool that they have something, I guess, for you to keep working towards in this game. Like, you know, if you don't have any other games to play and you only like Pokemon for some reason, there is still a lot to do, I guess, in the post-game. It's just not exactly the most fun activities out there, like grinding to level 100, you know. can be fun the first time you get a Pokemon there, or the first couple of Pokemon, but I don't know, after a while it's just literally a grind. So anyway, her final Pokemon was Wigglytuff after all. Let's go for one last poison jab. And Frank, for a job well done, I'll give you some salt or something. I don't know what those rock crystal things on him are. They kind of look like rock salt, but I'm shocked at your strength. And I'm shocked that she's still painting all over herself, even as an adult. She's been doing it since she was a kid, so I guess it's just a habit at this point. Oh, wonderful. You and your Pokemon battling side by side. Now that's a great composition. I'd love to draw a picture of you two. Just us two? What do you mean? Everyone only ever talks about Darwin in this world, like he's the only Pokemon that exists, but I guess we do have him on our hat. Like, it's kind of hard not to point it out, but like he literally didn't even participate in that battle or the Team Rocket battle and somehow still stole the spotlight. But now that we took down Mina and her fairy Pokemon, I did mention how I was looking for another certain fairy, Jigglypuff, and we can find it up in the route to the north of Vermilion. So let's just hop on Cinder here and see if we can find one eventually. And the last of the Moonstone evolutions will be Jigglypuff, so let's pop that right in. The compatibility is, can't say compatibility. Oh my gosh, I actually can't say it. Compatibility. Fly into the sky, Jigglypuff, and become what you always dreamed of. The toughest of puffs. We got the Wigglytuff. I love that little poof of hair on it. Like, Wigglytuff is actually one of the cutest Pokemon, low-key. Its body is very elastic. By inhaling deeply, it can continue to inflate itself without limit. I never actually knew that it was even called the balloon Pokemon, but it does make sense for Jigglypuff. Like, of course, Pokemon evolution is about pushing the limit to the very edge, so it makes sense that Wigglytuff can blow itself up even bigger than Jigglypuff. So anyway, with that, we actually have pretty much every single Pokemon aside from trade evolutions and actual trade Pokemon that you can only find in Let's Go Pikachu. So let's take a look, and you will see Pokemon obtained at 136. So in the next episode, I'll try to actually grab a copy of Let's Go Pikachu, and we can get all of these out of the way because there's a very special reward for actually completing the Pokedex, and I would really like that. So yeah, that is going to do it for our catching segment of this episode, but there are a couple of more things that we can get, and actually one of them is here in Vermilion City. I almost forgot, but let's return to the Pokemon Fan Club and get the final outfit in the game. We did get the Team Rocket Blastoff set, which is another special secret one, I guess, but if we go over to the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club, he might have something special for us too. Hello there, Orange. I hope you're getting along with your partner. Come back and see me once you're best friends with Darwin. What's this? You're Darwin! I can see it's just best friends with you. This is the ultimate bond between Pokemon and trainer. Thank you for showing me such an amazing thing. Take this as a thanks. And we get a whole bunch of stuff. The Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon set from the chairman. And we put them all in the clothing trunk. Can't let me and my Pokemon fall behind now, can I? Ho ho ho. Where's your best friend, dude? Like, we got ours on our head. I don't see the chairman doing that, so where the heck are the Pikachu and Eevee that we see in the portrait back there? This guy is a fake Pokemon fan, man. I'm not buying it until I see him with a Eevee or Pikachu on his head. Or is this actually his Pikachu here? Oh, there's actually a Clefairy there too. And you even see the calendar over there, I just noticed too, with the old school Clefairy sprite. That's actually some really awesome Easter eggs here in the Pokemon Fan Club. Of course, there's the poster of the first two Pokemon you ever see when you first boot up Pokemon Red, battling it out. Anyway, I guess that is it. Let's check out some of these outfits that we just picked up though in the clothing trunk. There's also the Blastoff set, which I don't think I've actually ever seen anyone wearing. Oh, I just realized I'm on Darwin. I was like, why isn't our clothes changing? But yeah, we get a cap for every single evolution, and if you're playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, you will actually receive the Raichu set instead, which I feel like is kind of lame. Like, you get 7 different outfits in this game versus just 1 over in Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, it would have been nice to at least see like a Pichu set, or, well, I don't know what other Pokemon you could have, I guess, for the Pikachu version, but I don't know. It does feel kind of weird that there's only 1 versus 7 or 8. Like, how many evolutions even are there, man? Here's the Blastoff tee, though. I guess you don't get a Blastoff hat, but there's, of course, the Sylveon, Glaceon, and all the evolution tees as well. I kind of like the Umbreon hat, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and give Darwin that. The Umbreon cap probably looks the best, so let's throw that one on and switch to Orange, the real star of the show. Just kidding, like, Darwin, you're probably just as equal, but we got the Blastoff cap, which is just James Purple, I guess. There's also, of course, all of the different evolution hats. I'm trying to get the perfect angle there, but I guess they're all different. The Sylveon cap's got a nice little detail there. Leafeon, of course, you got the leaf. The Umbreon cap, my favorite. This Flareon one is actually pretty cool, too. I like the color scheme on it, orange and black. And Jolteon, you know, that one's pretty sick, too. Vaporeon, not my favorite, but yeah, that's what you get for becoming best friends with Eevee. Let's throw on the Blastoff cap, though, and try to put on actually the full set for it, as, oh my gosh, there's actually a set for everything. I thought it was just the hats, but yeah, might as well show all of these off. Ooh, that Leafeon shirt is looking pretty nice, actually. I like that. I want to show off the Blastoff set, though, but wait a second. This is like a school outfit right here. I guess it would be if we were playing as a girl character. I wonder what that actually looks like, but let's just throw on the Blastoff set for now. We'll check out the shorts and shoes. Like, there's a lot to check out, honestly, but I really just want to see this one. And finally, the bag. You know what? We're here, so we might as well show them all off real quick. Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. Ooh, that's probably going to be my favorite, I feel like. But we haven't really seen them all yet, so let's keep going through. Okay, the Leafeon set might be, like, low-key the best one. Maybe Flareon second, and Sylveon looks alright, but there's the Blastoff bag. Actually not too original, I guess, but yeah, let me know which one your favorite set was out of all of these. I think that's all the clothes in the game now, so definitely we could have, like, a little voting down in the comments just to see what the best set is. And of course, the best way to really make yourself a unique trainer in this game is to mix and match different sets, which is kind of what I like to go for. But yeah, this gives us a lot of options for that now that we've got all of these different sets. And once again, I feel like the Leafeon set is actually my favorite for the shorts as well. These Jolteon ones are pretty sick too. Like, you could maybe rock that with the Raichu or Pikachu set if you're playing the other version. But Leafeon looks the coolest because these are actually some shorts I feel like I would wear in real life. So that's definitely the one I'm going to be rocking, as well as the Umbreon cap now. We're going with the Umbreon shoes. Those actually look really nice too, and they got the little circle on the back of them too, but I just like the color of the laces actually. So now that we got that, we can go off and do one last battle for this episode with another Team Rocket leftover. Oh, hey, Darwin. You're nice and close. This next trainer we're taking on is actually hiding out at the Rocket Game Corner, so let's fly on over to Celadon and find out who it could be. I hope whoever tipped me off for this battle wasn't lying, because I don't really know if he was trustworthy. This old man with a fedora was hiding in the corner of the Pokemon Center and said to come check out the game corner again, and so here we are at the Rocket Hideout. But where could this man actually be? Now, don't go telling everyone I'm a spy, okay? If you do, I'll have to give you a scolding. Oh, hey, it's the informant I was talking about. I guess he's undercover right now, disguised as a female rocket grunt of all things. Well, we're here now, so let's skedaddle further down, and whoa, there's the master trainer for Persian here as well. It's a little kid for some reason, but wait a minute. I feel like he's over here? Dang it, man, I knew I had to take the elevator, but what is he doing? Like, is he punishing himself, like, in the corner? You just gotta stare at it forever? That's so weird. Alright, Archer, I heard there was some depression going on in here. Oh my, he's staring at the portrait of Persian. Like, I wonder if there's any significance to that. You, what could you possibly want coming back here now? Because of you, Team Rocket was disbanded. It's not my style to be emotional, but I wanted to give you a glimpse of how I felt. Wow, he actually was being emotional, just reminiscing about what could have been. And I guess it makes sense because this guy does go on to become the, I guess, admin of Team Rocket, or pretty much take over operations for Giovanni at some point. But he's going to be starting off with Electrode. I really don't remember what his team was like back in the other battles, but thankfully we do lead off with Cinder, so it's time for that Keystone to react and sweep Archer's team with a couple of Earthquakes. Or maybe not, but we can at least get rid of his Electrode here as it goes for the Reflect, which is going to protect it a little bit from the physical moves, but I think Earthquake should still do it. Oh, okay, maybe not. I guess we're not a ground type or anything, so our Earthquake isn't that powerful, but no! Of course he's got the explosion! And Cinder, can you actually take that? Okay, yeah, that did nothing. I don't know what I was so worried about, but I always panic when you see an explosion in your face. Like, that's never a good thing, but we took it down, or I guess it took itself down. And Golbat is going to be coming out next. I probably should have swapped out because we can't really Earthquake this guy, but whatever, man. I've been dying to use the Outrage. Like, last time we did it, it didn't really work out too well, so I don't know. I'm angry. Go for the Raging Charizard. Not quite enough to finish it off, but the rage never stops, baby. And this time it will definitely take out the Golbat there. I think we can also just switch here, so even though we do get confused there, it's not really gonna matter. What's next for Mr. Archer, though? Weezing, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know, or don't really remember what his team was before, or in Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, which is where I know Archer from originally. I don't think he was actually in Gold and Silver. Like, he might have been in it, but I don't think he was like a named character. He might have just been like a Rocket admin, so this dude definitely has a bright future ahead for him, or as bright as it can be with Team Rocket. I guess in the end, he actually does end up failing, so his future is not actually looking all that bright, but hey, at least his dream was always to lead Team Rocket, and as far as that goes, he definitely does lead them, just not into victory or anything. But Magmar's his final Pokemon. We get the Hydro Pump, and it goes down. The duck face could not handle it today, and that's it for Mr. Archer. Didn't put up as much of a fight as I thought, but I have a feeling this isn't the last time we're gonna see him. With my current skills, I was not up to the task after all. Guess you gotta keep working on those skills, dude, but like I said, I feel like his future is looking up. Never mind. Oh, okay, never mind then. To tell you the truth, I thought you might show up, so I was writing a letter to you. Let me read it. Oh, a letter? Dear Orange, congratulations on conquering the Pokemon League. I hold no grudges against you for what you did to Team Rocket. Instead, using this defeat as a springboard, I would like to create an even stronger Team Rocket and officially announce our comeback. I will leave the Kanto region. I wish for your continued success here in Kanto. Farewell, Archer. I thought the twist would be that that was actually written by Giovanni at the end there, but what did I want you to think about me by writing such a letter? Huh. I have no idea, but he tears it up. What? I guess it doesn't matter now that he got to take care, huh? I was gonna say tell us in person, but take care. The final words from Archer. And take care we will until the next episode, because that is gonna do it. That is the collapse of Team Rocket, at least for the Kanto saga. But of course, you guys, most of you, I would hope, know what happens next in Johto. But will we actually get a Pokemon Let's Go to Johto? I feel like that title just is begging to be made. Or I guess they could go with Let's Go Meryl or something. Like, it would be weird for sequels having to pick a certain Pokemon, because there's not really anything as iconic as Pikachu and Eevee, and they're both Gen 1, so it wouldn't really work for other titles. But anyway, I'm not really sure if they're going to be making any more Let's Go games, because even though these were fun, they were not really the most well-received Pokemon games, I would say. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think we'll be getting some more Let's Go in the future? And what titles could they possibly use? I think Let's Go to Johto would be the best, but that's just me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then.